about Queen, British band.
Okay, do you remember where Brian May, who was the guitarist, after Freddie Mercury said he started a show with another singer, but just like a tribute for Freddie, and he was the writer of We Will Rock You. And then John Deacon, the bassist, and he wrote another one, Beat the Dust, and also he started a tribute for Freddie Mercury called The Show Must Go On with Elton John, who was friend of Freddie, Ryan Meadows, who was the drummer, and he is known because of his songs. He wrote songs for another band. Freddie Mercury was the singer, the most important person in the band. He wrote the most of the songs that they sing. Although his health problems, he goes with the show, and it's the most representative of the band.
Well, the beginnings of Queen. The band was formed in London in 1970. Then the members, as Seba said, Brian May and Roger Taylor were together in another band that it was named Smile. Freddie Mercury was a fan of Smile and suggested them to improve his music and develop new techniques in recording. And that was the moment when Freddie Mercury started playing with them. Months ago, he changed the name of the band to Queen, as we actually know, and changed his own name to Freddie, because he was named before as Pharaoh. Then they produced his first album in 1973. The name is Queen. This is the cover of the first album. This was very successful for them in the United Kingdom, and the international success, it was on 1974 when they recorded two different albums. The first was Sheer Heart Attack, and the other was A Night at the Opera. From The Night at the Opera became the single that Bohemian Rhapsody. That is one of the most important of them. And this single gave them the first position in the United Kingdom from night 9 weeks, and in the Billboard Top 10 in the United States. Also, the video of Bohemian Rhapsody was the first video that MTV transmitted when he started in the television. A curiosity about Queen, that is the logo, was created by Freddie Mercury. The logo represents all the zodiac signs. The two lions that is on the top are from, of course, two of the singers. A crab that is down, and two fairies. There is the sign of Freddie Mercury. The lion is arouse the cube, and the crab is down, and both fairies are at the left and at the right. So the cube also has a crown in the middle, and is an oval-shaped bed of a forest around behind and that is not the logo. The logo was in the first.
I will talk about the road to the fame of the band Queen. And their first album was named Queen as the band. With that album, they were able to travel to Australia for their first gig, and there the DJ that was going to present them introduced them as Stuck Up Thomas. Later, they went to America for their first tour, but Brian's health was deteriorating, and he was diagnosed with hepatitis.
With what?
Hepatitis.
He was diagnosed.
Diagnosed with hepatitis. Because of that, they had to cancel the tour. Then they released the third album, Share Heart Attack, and with the single Killer Queen, and with that single they were able to achieve what they most wanted. A #1 single in the radio, Core to End. Then, with that album also they were able to perform their most famous gig at Rainbow Theatre in London. Also, by that time, Freddie Mercury was angry because he had been living in the same place during 3 years, and he said that he was not receiving a lot of money. And he said the famous phrase, "I'm not prepared to wait any longer. I want it all and I want it now." Then in 1975 they went to Japan for their first tour there, and a lot of people received them. And during the concert, the people sing all their songs, and it was like the Beatlemania. Then they released the single Bohemian Rhapsody, and was in the top UK charts at least 9 weeks. And also with that single, they have like a bittersweet moment, because in that time, a lot of news of the separation with their manager started to be more crowded by the press. Also, by that time, finally at March 1977, they finally separated from their manager, and with that, the band also decided to sell all their old album rights and all their future rights. So with that, Freddie Mercury became a very wealthy man, but the press started to judge them as a monster human being, but the fans think that he actually is a genius. Finally, at 1986, the band performed the last split concert with Freddie Mercury still band.
Oh well, famous songs. We were based in an internet page that record all the songs of Queen, and we see that those are the 5 best songs that Queen do, and that everyone here and listen. We're the Champion, We Will Rock You, Don't Stop Me Now, Another One Bit by the Dots, and Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't know if some of you have watched Queen video of their concert, but one fun tip is that at the beginning of the concert, Freddie Mercury started with wearing a lot of clothes, and when he was advancing each song, he started to take out one of his clothes. And at the last song, he were wearing like underpants and stuff like that. It's kind of fun if you watch it. What can I say about it? Well, We Are the Champion is a song that is used in many movies. It's a song. We will work with them.
Don't Stop Me Now was wrote by Freddie Mercury. Another One Bit by the bassist, and Rhapsody by the Beatles.
Freddie Mercury's death. In 1988 was the first rumors about the Freddie Mercury's illness. The people think he was suffering from AIDS. AIDS, but he always denied it and said he was just exhausted.
A what?
He always denied he was
AIDS.
sick,
So,
and he just said he was exhausted.
he was exhausted.
Tired. So in 1990 was the final presentation when the band was receiving an award, and he worked with them in the stage. But instead of he kept singing and composing for the band, also for the greatest hits, the album for the greatest hits they made before the final presentation. And it was in 1991 when he admitted he was sick. He has AIDS, and in the next 24 hours he died from a pneumonia.
He
As a
died.
result, he died. He died as a pneumonia as a result of the illness. His funeral was in November 27th, and Bohemian Rhapsody becomes the #1 for the following weeks as a way to remember him in United Kingdom.
Was he gay?
Yes, he was gay and he was.
Award. Well, the band Queen have been nominated in a lot actually, awards. They have won like more than 55 awards in all their career. They are in the Hall of Fame of rocks. I don't know, in Hollywood. They also have a star in the Hall of Fame. No, well, in the Walk of Fame in Hollywood. They have a museum. Well, they are one of the greatest British bands that have existed. I believe this band is one of those that they are not going to die, because everyone in all generations knows about Queen, heard one song about Queen. So I believe they won more than a countable award. They won like a name. They made a name from themselves. So their name, Queen, will never die.
Okay, good presentation. Thank you. Very good.